Osseo High School, part 2 of our District 279 Wrestling Tri-Meet, the second match of the night. It's the Park Center Pirates taking on the host, Osseo Orioles. I'm Jay Wilcox along with John Lortzen, and Osseo kind of had to sit and watch a little bit for the first part of the evening here, but now they get to come out and take on two of their biggest rivals and see if they can't get themselves into the win column this year.
Yeah, the District 279 clashes here tonight, right? Osseo at home, getting a chance to wrestle for the first time tonight. So sounds like kind of a younger team, and they'll have a good test against Park Center, who we saw a little bit earlier this evening, and they wrestled Maple Grove pretty tough.
Yeah, Park Center started out pretty strong in that Maple Grove match, and then things didn't go their way as well at the end. But then the nice part about that is you get to bounce back right away and take on another good rival in Osseo.
Yeah, it'll be a good litmus test for them as well when they wrestle Maple Grove later on. Another big rival as well, to kind of see how they do against Park Center and to kind of compare that to how Maple Grove did against Park Center earlier. Obviously, every match is different, every dual meet's different, but it'll be a good test for them as they kind of gear up, not just for the rest of the night, but for the rest of the season here in the middle of the winter.
Good rivalry matches tonight too, John, but also you have to look ahead, and when you come to section time, these teams are all in the same section, so how you do head-to-head against an individual might determine your seeding at that point as well.
Yeah, there's a lot to wrestle for no matter what, not only rivalries, but think about it, we're a month and change away from sections already. We're through the winter break and everything else through the new year now, so some of these guys are kind of at the weights they're going to be at, pretty close to that anyway for for sections and conferences and everything else. So we'll see what lies ahead. But yeah, now is kind of even though it's early January, these matches are still very important.
All right, we'll see who comes out on top here. Park Center and Osseo in a duel next here on CCX Sports. And welcome back as we are into our first match, 107 pounds. It is Paul Solberg, an 8th grader for Osseo, with an early 2-0 lead on Andre Nelson, the 8th grader for Park Center. As we go about a half minute to go in period number 1.
Nelson lost a decision in his first match of the night against Maple Grove, trailing here early on. Soberg from Osseo kind of maintaining pretty good control there of his left arm for a second. Now trying to throw on a cradle.
Ooh, I thought he was going to get it for a moment there.
Yeah, trying to hook that up and turn him, but Nelson kind of saw this in the first match too. He's wrestles defensively a little bit and not an easy guy to put on his back.
Solberg will choose down after Nelson deferred.
Nelson trying to keep him on the mat. Solberg trying to peel those hands, step up, get his hips out, get the escape, and he does. 3-0 now, he leads. We'll hope for less blood time in this dual meet, Jay. Solberg trying to come out the back door here to get another takedown if he can, and he is going to get it. So 5-0, he leads. So escape, takedown opens us up a little bit more now, 5-0. The 8th grader from Osseo in control so far. Trying to kind of go back again to that cradle, that crossface if he can get it. Nelson sees that coming from a mile away, playing defense again. Trying to get to his feet is Nelson. Gonna get some points here. Soberg still in control. And through all of that, he stays in the up position. Just 40 seconds left now in the second. Osseo trying to strike first in this dual meet.
See if he'll keep coming back to the cradle. He's had a couple times where it's, it seemed like he might start to get it locked up, but didn't quite work out.
Yeah, Nelson playing good defense for the most part here, just not able to do much. Soberg with a couple takedowns and escape. That's the difference right now. And he is going to be ahead here as we head into the third and final period of our first match of this dual meet.
Nelson's choice here in the third, and he's going to choose both up.
Now, we saw him in his first match against Maple Grove take some shots, but he was shooting from pretty far away, and his opponent from Maple Grove able to play good defense. Soberg going right for that arm, and now in on a single. Nelson trying to once again fight him off. Soberg close to getting two.
Trying to just keep driving forward. His head's not in a great spot, but he's got kind of command of the hold a little bit here.
If he keeps doing this, he will end up with two, I think. It's just a matter of time. Pull his head out, and he'll have the takedown. There you got it, 7-0. Close to kind of getting in that major decision area now.
He keeps trying to set up the cradle. He's not been able to flatten him out that well.
Breaking the plane there, but kind of a precarious position for a second. Now the back point's coming.
He'll get two. Make it a 9-0 lead. So sitting at a major right now with 50 seconds to go.
Nelson trying a little bit of a roll there. See, in Park Center kids, they must practice that a lot, because I've seen that a few times tonight from them, or they just grab that elbow or that wrist and they just get sideways and try and roll. It's worked in a couple spots, but to no avail there for Andre Nelson. Finds himself down 9-0, 20 seconds to go.
Ooh, once again, it looked like for a moment the cradle was there.
Soberg, the 8th grader, is going to open things up here with a major decision win. It'll be 4-0 Osseo, so very thorough win for him.
Yeah, he came out and just kind of took care of business there. He didn't completely dominate, but he was in control after that early takedown and did a good job of getting it done there with that 9-0 win. There's Pirates coach Justin Miller as he sees his team fall behind, and
now wrestling at 114 pounds from Park Center, Alex Brennan, and from Osseo,
Simon Selenas will go for Osseo against Alex Brennan of Park Center in our 114-pound matchup. Selenas, an 8th grader, Brennan, a 9th grader.
Brennan with a pin against Maple Grove. And he's going to have a takedown early here. Escape, though, for Selenas, making it 2-1 in favor of Brennan. Trying to work on his second takedown in on a leg. Switch to a single. The Osseo coach is yelling for Selenas to wizard, and he's kind of doing that. You can see his right arm right now over that left arm of Brennan, playing some defense. Not quite able to sprawl out. Brennan trying to switch it up here. He's in on these legs. He's been on his legs now for 20 seconds or so. And they're going to go off. So good defense there by Simon Selenas of Osseo, who trails 2-1 with just under a minute to go in the first period.
Brennan trying to drag that arm and then get on the leg, and he does.
Kind of combat that wizard that Selenas does. He's kind of trying to do a little windmill there, and then he comes out and gets the takedown. So 4-1, 30 seconds to go. Selenas trying a little switch, but Brennan able to counter and stay in the up position.
I like Brennan coming with forward pressure here too, not letting it him get back to his base instantly.
Yeah, kind of going for the cradle there, but it's not going to happen, I don't think, right here on this part of the mat. Not quite off, but they're getting close.
Then he does give up the escape, I believe. Yes.
1 second.
Score the escape, and Brennan, that maybe a little bit of a mistake. I thought he was wrestling well at the edge there, but he gave up kind of a free one.
A little bit, yep.
And the period will come to an end. Oops, the guys didn't hear it.
A little bit of a clock issue there, but yeah, it's 4-2 now. Brennan of Park Center trying to get his second win of the night.
Brennan will choose both up.
Yeah, nice deep shot there. He should be able to finish that. Double leg takedown. Alex Brennan, the freshman for Park Center. 7-4 on the year. Trying to get his 8th win. Another escape here for Selenas. Another shot for Brennan. And another takedown for Brennan.
He's found something he likes there, definitely, with that double.
Yeah, and it's up to him and his coaches, but if that keeps working for you and you can't turn him, Selenas that is, it would be maybe wise to continue that. Let him go and take him down until he stops it. There's another escape, 8-4. Yeah, you can see Brennan trying to get another takedown here on the edge of the mat. He's getting behind Selenas. He's got him up in a single leg, trying to bring him back on the mat. So if you trip him and get two. Doesn't have it yet. Selenas playing defense pretty well here so far. But Brennan continues and finishes, make it 10-4 now. Oh, a little half Nelson here for Brennan. If he's able to get out to the side, he's going to have Selenas in trouble. And he's kind of got him where he wants him right here, but Selenas able to roll through. Gives up some back points, though, Jay.
Make it a 12-4 lead. Yeah, it looked like for a moment he might be in a spot to pin him, but and now again he'll give up an escape with just a couple seconds to go. And it's probably not going to matter in this match, but I don't think you want to get in that habit. So 12-5. Yeah,
a couple times there on the edge of the mat with not much time left in the first and not much time left in the second. He kind of gave up those escapes. We'll start in the neutral position here in the third, 12-5. Alex Brennan trying to get Park Center on the board in this dual meet. Brennan has been in control of this match, able to get a series of takedowns. And he's going to come around here for what looks to be two.
Trying to lock that cradle on.
Selenas able to play defense for the most part in this match up until Oh, no back points. I mean, he has locked up, but you got to give Selenas credit for being able to stay off his back.
Yeah, he got 2 near fall there, though. 16-5, and now looking for more as he stayed with that cradle.
Hasn't really been close to being pinned, though, yet. And we might be close to a tech fall here. That's 3, so 19-5. Brennan just a point away from a tech fall in this match.
One more turn might do it, but he'd rather have 6 than 5.
In this position here, he's going to be closer to getting a pin, I think. Trying to flatten that out. Selenas really trying to fight it. You can see him bridging. He's trying hard. That right shoulder is still off the mat. Shoulder blade, so far anyway. Brennan really trying to flatten him out.
And he will finally get the pin.
Yeah, just 13 seconds left there. He's able to get it.
Good patience to stay with it, too.
And that will give Park Center the lead early on here, 6-4 in the dual meet. You can see Selenas, he fought hard in that match. He was put on his back a few times, but not really close to being pinned until the end there. That armbar was just too much.
We go to 121. It'll be Kai Beatty for Park Center. Robert Reps, a freshman for Osseo. Beatty won a decision in the Maple Grove match.
Yeah, a good match that was, too. Against Cyber to Maple Grove. Beatty trying to lock up a near cradle here. And he's got Reps in trouble.
Got the takedown, now looking for more, although he's able to spin out of it. Lost the hold.
Got him in trouble for a second. He's kind of got an arm bar here.
Any back points coming. Tough to pin him in that spot, but he's still got a pretty good grip on that arm bar.
Beatty, just a fifth-year wrestler, but a pretty good repertoire of moves we've seen tonight. He's got Reps in trouble here still, even though it looks like he got the pin. And that arm bar, he's able to get the pin.
So back-to-back falls for Park Center's Brennan and Beatty as they will take the 12-4 lead now over the Orioles.
Now wrestling at 127 pounds.
See this arm bar here. He's kind of got a deep, kind of a gut wrench thing there, and just able to get the pin is Beatty for Park Center.
It'll be Vang for Park Center going against Aken Warz for Osseo here at 127 pounds.
Yeah, Vang was in a kind of a blood time match, his first one, that he ended up winning in a default. Just had too much blood time going on and a couple other injuries that it seemed like. An aggressive wrestler for Park Center. Just in his second year for the Pirates.
Warz, a longer, leaner wrestler there, and fought off that shot pretty well.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch some of these matchups when you have shorter, compactor wrestlers taking on kind of the guys with the longer legs and arms and leverage. And if they all know what they're doing, then it ends up being a fun match in a lot of cases.
Yeah, no, I'm just guessing how you look now that you were more of the longer, leaner type guy. Was it an advantage or disadvantage?
It could be. Yeah, it depends on who the wrestler was. But, yeah, I know a lot of times a takedown for Vang, a lot of times it worked in your favor, especially later on. You could kind of flatten somebody out, and especially as they got tired. Vang going for a pin there. I don't know, no back points though on that. Warz trying to get a single. Vang got a little lackadaisical trying to let him go.
Yeah, I was going to say, he just kind of stood up and stopped wrestling for a moment there, and it cost him. Warz now has him in a little trouble.
Yeah, and to his credit, he just kind of hung on to him there and grabbed him, hung on. Now he's got Vang in trouble. Vang able to get out of that, but now he finds himself down 5-2. Now we'll say at the state tournament, I wrestled a guy who was probably almost a foot shorter than me, but his arms are 4 times the size of mine, and that did not go well. That was second round or quarter, whatever they call it, quarterfinals. I'd won my first match, so I was probably feeling a little bit too confident as well. We got a stoppage here.
Here's the sequence where it looked like Vang was going to have him cradled up, and then watch him just kind of.
He's in control. I think he's trying to let him go back to their feet, but what a weird spot to get caught in there. And Warz, to his credit, just grabbed that ankle, and that led to a reversal, which led to back points.
Yeah, and then looking at the replay,
there's a nice shot by Vang, though, if he can finish it.
Yeah, he will. I was going to say, you could see what Vang was trying to do a little more there. It wasn't that he just stopped. He was going to try and cut him loose, but the thing he didn't do was get away from him and push his head, to make him no longer a threat to counter.
He's got a clasp here. So there's a little inexperience showing up here, too, because, yeah, you're right, Jay. He's got to, if he's going to cut him loose, get away from him and back up and then do it. And then here he gives up a clasping. I think he locked his hands. Did the ref call that? I missed.
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be 6-4 now, Warz, as Vang gives up a point for clasping. Yeah, Vang, a couple of really nice shots tonight. And you can tell he's a strong, quick wrestler. So he's going to go, he wants to go to his feet here with Warz. He's taking him down now.
So he'll give up the escape, make it 7-4. And now 7-6, though.
Yeah, but now he's got Warz in trouble very quickly. He's got him right where he wants him here. Lots of time left, too, to work for a pin. Warz fighting that off so far.
Trying to use his chin on that shoulder.
Right on that shoulder. That hurts. And then there's a half now, nice and deep. He's got Warz in trouble here.
Trying to lift that head so the shoulders come to the mat.
So far, he's going to be pinned. He was fighting off there for a little bit.
So 3 pins in a row now for Park Center as Vang was in control for a little, then he wasn't, and then he comes back and gets it done.
Stuck with it. Yeah, got in trouble there. Warz had him on his back for a little bit, so he fought through that, and then he got to this point. Warz fought it off for a little bit, but Vang, an impressive wrestler, as I mentioned before, on his feet. He's had some nice takedowns tonight, so here he works for that pinning combination and gets it.
Peyton Snider for Park Center will go against Chris Madden of Osseo here at 133 pounds. Snider in on a quick shot.
Yeah, both guys sophomores. Madden able to fight that off. Yeah, nice quick shot by Snider, but not able to finish. It's a shot by Madden to no avail. Well, we kind of have both guys stumbling around. It looks like, Snider comes out with the 2. Leads Madden 2-0. And we're going to have a quick reversal from Madden. That ties the match up at 2.
Kind of has the feel of one that might go back and forth a little bit here, doesn't it?
Madden able to bring him back down. And Snider now with the reversal. It's like you said, Jay, back and forth early. 4-2 now. Snider gets the lead back.
Trying to use that armbar to his advantage here.
Yeah, he's trying for that armbar, trying to lock it up. Looks like he wants the double armbar.
If he can flatten him out here, he's got it.
If he gets off to the side and drives, he would probably have a good shot. Just like that. Madden doing a good job of fighting it so far. Not quite, no back points. So you can see that plane is not broken quite yet. Now you might, nope. And he breaks out of it. But Madden not quite able to get away to get any points. 4-2, Snider will lead after 1.
There's Tony Castro, the co-head coach for Osseo.
Madden going to start in the down position, trailing by 2. I think I've been keen on tonight, and it's not a big thing, but very few false starts or caution starts tonight. I don't think we've had a single one. That's kind of nice to see. Madden trying to get to his feet. Snider maintaining control. And Snider able to bring him back down to the mat, flatten him out.
See, Madden's kind of strong. Snider has an idea what he wants to do with him, but it hasn't always been able to make it happen.
No, he tries a crossface there. He's got Madden kind of a weird spot here, though, at least for a second he did. Madden got to be careful a little bit on how you roll through that.
Yeah, he almost put himself into a pinning spot there a little bit. The one thing you can see is that he's strong and flexible.
Yeah, there's another half Nelson by there. Snider has that in there a little bit. He's kind of feeling for it. Got the right idea to get off to the side and try and drive that, but not able to finish it off. Madden playing defense pretty well, but he's going to get a stalling warning here.
I think his head being straight down on the mat like that gives you the impression of a stall too. You talked about it earlier with all the blood time, but I think this official's done a very nice job here tonight too.
Definitely, yeah, they've done a nice job. Yeah, some
matches, you know, are kind of straightforward. You don't see a lot, but sometimes there's calls that are tough to make, but I think, you know, everything, not much controversy of anything so far that I could see.
Yeah, not at all. And they did a nice job of trying to let him wrestle. When blood gets involved, then things get a little bit murky, and how long you let a wrestler keep going with blood getting everywhere. So this match in itself, as we head into the third, but it was back and forth in the first period, but no points here in the second. So I think Peyton Snider with that 4-2 lead. Here we are in the neutral position.
Madden choosing both up for the third.
Maybe a little more comfortable on his feet. There he takes a shot, single leg. Snider counters. See Snider hanging on to that foot of Madden, trying to take away his leverage. And stalemate here called by the referee. Minute 22 to go. Turned into a close match here at 133 pounds. This weight class, 4-2. Anybody's match right now. A takedown for Madden of Osseo ties this up. Takedown for Snider puts him in a pretty good position to finish this off.
Yeah, the way that thing started out, I thought we would see a little more scoring than what we have. It's kind of stayed at 4-2 for quite a while now.
Snider tried a shot there. Madden again able to counter. And Snider, oh, nice move by Snider. He's got Madden in trouble. Oh, and he gets a pin just like that. One of the closer matches we've been watching tonight, 4-2, and just like that, a pin for Snider.
Stayed patient, stayed with it. Yeah, this one turned into a pin in a hurry.
underhook and then kind of a little half Nelson type of thing, and takes him right. Yeah, you can tell there's a pin there. So good match up until then, and another pin for Park Center to really open this dual meet up.
Now wrestling at 139 for Park Center, Phillips, and for Osseo, Kolth.
Avery Phillips will insert into the lineup here for Park Center against one of Osseo's best, Jamie Kolth, in our 139-pound match.
Yeah, Kolth with a quick takedown, going for that near cradle we've seen these wrestlers do tonight, and that's going to be very close to being a quick pin.
And it is. 22 seconds in, Jamie Kolth of Osseo gets the fall there. He was in the state tournament 2 years ago, had injuries last year. But Kolth comes out and quickly takes care of business. One of the captains. I should mention, too, we're not going to see the other captain for Osseo is out with an injury, is Carter Williams.
Kolth taking care of business pretty quickly here. Takedown right into the near cradle. Locks that up, gets behind the leg. You can see it right there, and then walks that forward. And not much question about it. That's a pin right there. So Osseo gets back in the win column.
And he's texting his friends about it, too.
Yep, he is.
So it'll be at 1:45. We've got Aaron Dungy for Park Center and Davian Aken for Osseo.
Both guys juniors. Dungy, one of the captains for Park Center. So he wrestled a lot in the off-season. Also played football. Won the Edison tournament. Aken trying to come around for two on him, though, and he's going to get it, so 2-0. Dungy with the escape, so 2-1 now. Now Dungy with a nice deep shot, and he's able to finish. He tries for the near cradle. They're locked up for a second, but I think we're going to go off the edge of the mat. And 3-2, though, Dungy as we go off. They'll restart in the center, but he leads. A little flurry of activity to start this one off, Jay. Now 3-2. Well, there's our first caution of the night. That the hands are not quite past that line. You'd have your knees on one side of it and your hands on the other.
Nope. Now we're going to get a caution the other way, I think. Yes. John, you jinxed it.
I did. Yeah, these are the first two of the night, and they happen the same match within the same little sequence here. The ref likes, oh, there's a quick switch by Aken, not quite able to finish, though. Good job by Dungy staying behind him. Dungy trying for that arm bar.
Pretty good match in this first minute and a half.
Yeah. Less than 30 seconds to go. Dungy trying to lock up that cradle. He's got it. He's going to get back points. I don't know how close he is really. I don't know if he's ever that close to having a pin, but back points it is. That's 2. Gives him a little breathing room in this match. He's going to get some more here. Pick up 2 more, maybe 3 more. I think that's 3. No, 2 is what we got. Okay, so it should be 7-2. Do we have that right? Yeah,
yep.
7-2.
Yeah, he was in a spot where sometimes you're just your own body is in the way. You're not going to be able to get his shoulder down, but he did a good job. You still score.
Is it 9-2 or 7-2? I don't know if he.
I think it's
2 series of 2-point near falls. Is that what he had?
Yeah, I think it should be 7.
7. Okay. He's going to defer. Aken is going to choose both up. So Dungey gives up that early takedown. Maybe that's why Aken is picking neutral here. But then after that, it was all Dungey. Kind of reaching for Aken's leg. Yeah, Aken tries that lateral drop. He's got him in trouble, and he can get a pin here if he keeps his feet in bounds. Dungey trying to get off the mat if he can. He's given up 4. This is, at the very least, this match will be tied, and I think that's how it's going to go. And I'm thinking that we're going to let him wrestle here, but we might go off. There we go. But that's a 5-point move to tie it up for Davian Aken. He was setting that up, Jay. You saw that. He was trying to go upper body there for a little bit, and he pulled it off really well, right on the edge of the mat. And you see Dungey trying to turn into him right away. Trying to get that switch, but to no avail.
You still kind of have the feeling this one could go either way, and obviously at 7-7, the score indicates that too, but just the flow of the match feels that way also.
It definitely does, yes. And anybody's match right now. Aken clearly, by picking neutral, that was the right decision for him, and he feels better on his feet, I think. So if this goes to the third period, it'll be interesting to see what Dungey selects. I wouldn't be surprised if he picked up. He got some back points that last time. An escape here would be really big for him. And he gets it, 8-7. Oh, another throw here by Aken. He's got Dungey in trouble, just 15 seconds left. Still plenty of time to get a pin if he can do it. Dungey trying to hang on. And he's able to do it.
Score 3 for Aken, but Dungey does survive it.
Another little throw there for Aken. You can tell he's comfortable doing that. Dungey trying to just kind of reach. Wasn't really a shot. And there's a little toss right to his back. And very close to getting a pin here. Dungey able to fight that off, though.
And you knew it was touch and go whether it was going to be a pin, so nice job by the timer there to really give the ref a good thump on the back so there was no question about when the time ended.
Yep, definitely. And Aken does choose down. But I suppose the thinking here is if he can get an escape and get another throw on Dungey.
Trying to control that wrist.
Yeah,
here.
He really is. And it seems like he's trying to work to the outside to maybe do some kind of a turn here. There's the cradle, which he had Aken in earlier in the match. Trying to lock that up. Dungey with those long arms. He's got the cradle. I don't know if he got any points there. Did he get 2?
Yeah, looks like he
might have got a quick 2.
It was pretty quick.
So I'll make it 12-10 with still a minute left. Still wonder about the decision to choose down for Aken. He's been just dominant in the neutral position. Dungey still has time to maybe get 2 more near fall if he can. It's turned into a really good match. Aken just not able to get away or do much on the bottom. A couple really nice throws here in this match have been really the difference. In favor of Davian Aken of Osseo. 20 seconds left. $15 seconds to go. Kind of a little bit of a wild one as far as the evening goes so far. And they go off the mat. Just 7 seconds left. That'll be tough for Dunie now.
Aken did a good job of not stalling but using time, if you will, at the edge of the mat there. If he had immediately gone out, it would have allowed a lot more time for Dunie to do something here.
Yeah, Dunie's going to have to try some kind of side throw here or something and get a couple quick near fall if he can to end this thing. Let's see what he does. Breaks him down, but he's got to run it quick. He's not going to have time to do that, though. Wild match to a degree, and Davian Aken of Osseo, it's a big win for the Orioles here.
They get 2 in a row after the Kolth pin, and then Aken comes back to grit one out there by a 2-point win.
Yeah, a match where both wrestlers had each other on their backs at various times. But a couple throws by Davian Aken is the difference in that match.
Now wrestling at 152 pounds from Park Center, Jackson Sanders. And from Osseo, Diego Tapia.
Jackson Sanders for Park Center. Diego Tapia will wrestle here for Osseo.
Jackson Sanders wrestled a tough match in that first one against Maple Grove. Ended up losing. Here he's got headlock. He's got Tapia in a little bit of trouble here. There he sits out. He gets more pressure on it, on the head. Trying to get a quick pin to get Park Center back in the win column. Sanders, real strong wrestler. Tapia doing it so far a good job of not getting flat. Sanders still sticking with that headlock. That's a tough position to be in early. Tapia trying to fight it off.
He's got one of Sanders' feet, which is allowing him to at least stay in it for the moment.
Yeah, saving him so far. And you can see Tapia's left leg trying to hook the left leg of Sanders and just keeps that left shoulder of his off the mat then.
Still a lot of time, though, to fight this off.
Sanders gets out of that. He's trying to get side to side here, closer to having a pin than he was before. Still 30 seconds left. It's a long time for Tapia to be stuck in that position. The ref so far, he's looking a little bit closer. He didn't feel like Tapia was in a position to really be.
Ooh, close.
He's very close. Yeah, there's a net. There's that towel person timer coming in handy. He gives a good smack in the back to the referee because that was pretty close. Well, you got to give Tapia a lot of credit. He got put on his back early in not a very comfortable position, and he fought it off. But finds himself down 5-0 here to Jackson Sanders of Park Center. Sanders up and out, trying to get a reversal. He'll get one right away. 3 seconds into the second period, now leading 7-0. There's a roll by Tapia. Catches himself, though, a little bit. Half Nelson now for Sanders. Trying to really work that head and that neck. There's the pin. The pin he fought so hard for in the first period. Now he gets 28 seconds into the second period.
5th pin for Park Center as they will go up 30-13. Jackson Sanders getting the job done for PC.
Well, the headlock didn't quite get him the pin in the first period, but that half Nelson right there did. You can see him just. And you feel bad for Tapia. He's had that neck cranked down a couple different ways tonight. But there, the shoulder's definitely flat that time.
Jacob Hansen will wrestle for Park Center, and Matthew Enan for Osseo here in our 160-pound match.
Hansen, a sophomore. Pretty good record on the year. Captain as well, fifth-year wrestler for Park Center. Won the Edison tournament. He's also a football and lacrosse player. And in a sophomore. Yeah, 160, and it seems like at that weight class for Osseo, you have a lot of wrestlers, if that's, if I'm reading that right. Right in that area anyway. So you'd like to think Enan has definitely earned this spot. No score so far. or 50 seconds rather into the first period. Yeah, I think both wrestlers thought that whistle on the JV match next to them was stopping their match. But Hansen there almost ends up on top in a takedown, but they go off the edge of the mat, so they'll get a restart here in the middle. Center circle. Now we got to have your, there's your caution. Yeah, I've noticed that a couple times tonight, and I think the ref's been pretty good about just letting them, if their foot's close to that line, there's going to be a takedown for Hansen, letting them start, but a couple guys have had an inch or two off that line in the neutral position to start. So a late takedown here in the first period for Jacob Hansen of Park Center, with his team leading 30-13. And at this point, it looks like he's going to go into the second period with that 2-0 lead, Jay, and Park Center trying to get a little momentum back in the dual meet.
Hansen deferring, and Enan will choose down here to begin the second period. Osseo has one more match to go tonight, of course. The nightcap will be Maple Grove versus Osseo, and we're going to get a a caution there, a false start on the top man, Hansen.
Yeah, I must have jinxed that because we were talking about it, and then ever since then we've seen, I think, 4 different cautions.
And this is going to be Hansen again, I think. Ooh, we almost had Enan going a little early there, too. Hansen brings him back to the mat. Enan trying to sit out.
Trying to get a reversal, trying to clear those hands, trying to get... Ooh, you got to be careful. Ooh. You don't want to get a slam on that.
Osseo is not pleased with that, and I kind of have to agree with him. Yeah, your job to, safely bring him back to the mat, and I don't think that was followed there. Coach Castro is over at the table to request a conference. They do give Hansen 3 points, and another look. Was this a legal slam? I would say no.
You can't drive a guy into the mat. And it's not probably that Hansen was trying to hurt him, but yeah, that's that.
I would say more times than not that would have been called.
That gets called, yes.
Quick escape by Enan. He's not backing down here. Down 5-1. Hansen's kind of been in command, but
a 5-1 lead now for Hansen. So here he's in on a single. Oh, but he gets almost thrown to his back. Nice little move by Enan. He might come out the back door and get two. He's a little high, gets off the side. I think he's going to get two here. He does, 5-3. And now he's trying to crossbody ride on Hansen. So Enan closes that gap a little bit more here. Not able to do a lot so far with Hansen in the down position.
And right at the end, 1 second to go as Enan stays in control. There's Kenny Green, the co-head coach for Osseo, now in the coaching on the other mat. The JV action going on simultaneously with this one, of course. Been around their program for a long time. Now we get the end of the period.
This gap now has been closed. We have a match on our hands. And
yeah, that really was a nice little move by Enan there to pull him within 5-3, as it kind of was starting to look like it was all going Hansen's way.
And we're going to start in the neutral position here in the third. So a takedown would tie this up for Matthew Enan. Of course, a takedown for Jacob Hansen would open this back up again a little bit.
Here's where you kind of want to see, what kind of grit your guys have and what kind of conditioning they have, too. You go into the third period of a close match. Who's still wrestling strong? Who's still coming forward?
There's a shot by Hansen. Oh, potentially dangerous, the ref calls.
I think the earlier slam or no slam kind of probably entered into the mind a little bit too.
Yeah, it might have. The Osseo coaches look like we're more mad that Enan let Hansen get in that deep on him. And there's another shot by Hansen, but it's almost like a tackle.
Yeah,
double leg.
Straight bull
some
rush.
Back points here. Right on the edge of the mat, and the ref will let them go as long as feet are in bounds here. Or he feels like there's no more position to wrestle. So, and that was probably the case there. You're right in front of the Osseo bench. But
yeah, and especially too when Enan was able to get to his stomach, so he's no longer really in a pinning position.
But a big sequence there for Jacob Hansen to open this back up. Now he's back up 10-3, 5-point move. Takedown, 3 near fall.
Yeah, he just saw an opportunity to really bull rush in with that double.
Yeah, he really did. There, he's got a cradle. He's got that locked up. He's able to kind of bring him back.
He's still got a pretty good grip. Now he's got to readjust and tip back again, but I think he's still in a position to at least score, if not pin.
It's not a cross-face cradle, so that left arm of Enan is free. Hansen there for a second close to getting a pin, but he'll get 3 more near fall. There's 10 seconds left now, leading 13-3, 13-4 with the escape. And then probably going to try to do something quick here. And not able to finish it. So 13-4. Jacob Hansen, the victor here for Park Center. Tack on 4 more team points for the Pirates in the dual meet. Yeah, you can see the ref. You're right, Jay. I think that was in his mind there because he might have been able to finish that. And was just a bull, double leg, bull rush takedown, basically.
Nate Amusan will wrestle for Park Center, 172, and Juan Zaragoza for Osseo. So Pirates coming back with a couple of wins in a row after Osseo had taken the previous two, and Park Center very much in command here. Maple Grove Osseo will round out the night here on our District 279 tri-meet.
Maybe a couple wrestlers with trying to get some experience here. Amusan, senior 4-5 record, but first year wrestler, but also a varsity soccer player.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see, people who are pretty good athletes who come out and you think, gosh, we would have really had something to work with if they'd come out a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But there's, various reasons for that, and you're happy to have them either way. But
yeah, takedown here for him. Zaragoza, the junior for Osseo. And you'll see sometimes that the younger, or I should say more inexperienced wrestlers, sometimes they're more comfortable with a couple takedowns, but they don't know what to do when they get on top. Or vice versa, they're not real comfortable on their feet, but they know how to get they have a pinning combination or two they really like. And
yeah, I think a lot of times with, people that are just getting started out, you kind of like to add one thing at a time if you can. Get to be solid in one thing, and then, okay, now we'll look for this takedown and that takedown. And you're obviously, too, coaching with various levels of experience and talent within a room, too. So, your various moves that you're teaching, some of them will get it real quick. Some of them might take a while.
Take a little bit longer, for sure.
Going back several years, you would pretty much count on that everybody who was in the varsity lineup at any of these three schools would have been a long-time wrestler. That's not really true anymore.
No. But it's kind of nice for the coaches, too, if they find a kid that they're able to develop fairly quickly and they become a, average to above average wrestler even. They can hang their hat on that and say, other kids that are thinking of coming out, look what we did with whichever wrestler. We turned them into an above 500, a section place winner wrestler in the span of a couple years. That's incentive to get other kids to come out.
Well, and I think a lot of coaches in other sports, I'm thinking football in particular, will tell you that wrestling certainly is beneficial for somebody, a football player, too.
One thing I always find interesting is, the National Football League, how many guys that have played offensive line at a high level in the NFL wrestled in college. Most of the time they're offensive linemen, it feels like, or they're linebackers. Well, there's a reason. Their footwork is pretty good. They're quick on their feet, and they have explosive force in a lot of cases. So Amusan here with another takedown. Now leading 4-0 with under a minute to go in the second. Trying to add to Park Center's 34-13 lead over Osseo. We got a little bit of a stalemate here. I don't think there's a stalling call or a class bench. It's just that he's going to restart.
Yeah, I think there just wasn't much happening, and It wasn't looking like there was going to be much happening, and wasn't quite enough to call a stall on either one or the other. So
yeah, good call just to kind of restart them and give them both a chance to do something. As Zaragoza trying to stand up here, trying to get the escape. Amusan, a very strong wrestler, just kind of brings him back down to the mat. About 15 seconds left here. He's got that 4-0 lead.
Got to be careful with that leg, and there's an official up for a close look, make sure there wasn't a spot where it could be creating injury there.
He kind of likes to go after that ankle, and you can't hang on to it for very long either. You'll give up a stalling call too. Zaragoza will start down to begin the third, trailing 4-0. There might be a caution there. He brings him back down the mat. Right away, Zaragoza to his feet, but not able to get out.
Kind of fallen into this pattern, though. He's not really able to do much, kind of riding parallel. And
he's trying to get a little half Nelson going. They're going to kind of scoot off the mat. So we'll get a restart here in the center. Seen a couple wild matches tonight. This one just kind of low scoring and methodical.
I think you're kind of seeing the inexperience. Amusan is strong enough and good enough to keep him down, but not really
comfortable
sure what
with the pinning combination
he
wants to do yet. Yeah,
he is going to cut him loose and see if he can't get another takedown or two built in, or maybe even a 5-point move. So 4-1 lead now.
Zaragoza tries a shot, but Amusan with his third takedown. He spins around, counters there. Third takedown of the night, cuts him loose.
And he will get two more.
Let's see if he keeps doing this. He's got a minute to do it. 8-3. But you got to keep going here if you're going to try and get that major. An easy takedown there, just kind of ducked under him a little bit, got behind him. 10-3.
See if he's going to cut him again here. I think that's what Justin Miller wants.
10-4, yeah. And so a takedown here now will give him an 8-point lead. That'll give him a major, but wow. Zaragoza with a nice shot, but Amusan just showing his strength a little bit, able to stay on his feet, not go down. 16 seconds left. Zaragoza trying not to give up the major. Amusan wants that takedown to get it, and he got it. And he's got to kind of open up for half Nelson there, but not able to execute on that. But nonetheless, he's going to have the major decision here. So we'll tack on 4 more team points with a 12-4 victory for Nate Amusan of Park Center.
So third win in a row for PC, and they're comfortably ahead here of the Orioles.
Now on the mat at 189 pounds from Park Center, Samuka and from Osseo, Aken.
Samuka Kane will wrestle for Park Center, and Levi Aken for Osseo here at 189.
Couple of younger wrestlers too. Aken just an 8th grader. And Kane ends up on top of that little sequence, but they go out of bounds, and he's only a freshman.
He got a pin in the match first Maple Grove, Kane did.
Aken trying to headlock or something there, but misses on it. Kane trying to bring him back on the mat. He's got a crossface on Aken right now. He's got a cradle hooked up. And he's close to getting a pin, and there it is. Kane, 43-second pin. Gives Park Center 6 more team points for a 44-13 lead. Samuka Kane got his record above 500 tonight. He was 5-6 going into these 2 dual meets, but now 2 pins for him, or 2 wins anyway.
Wrestling at 215 pounds from Park Center, Glitty. And from your Osseo Orioles, Clerk.
Delvin Blitty will go for Park Center against Markel Clerk of Osseo in our 215-pound match. See the Pirates 44-13, as John said, after that pin.
That was a headgear here for Clerk.
It's kind of floating around between them there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The ref did not call it, and Blitty able to get 2 as a result. Did not stop the match. Yeah, they both wrestlers stopped and were walking back. The Osseo coach is laughing there a little bit. Yeah, until you hear the whistle, you got to keep going.
And he just gave the thumbs up to Park Center's Blitty. Like, yeah, you're right. Keep going.
And the ref's not going to tell you either that he didn't blow the whistle. It's up to you to figure that out. So you hear both coaches on both sides. Coaches on both sides both yelling, keep going, keep wrestling. That is not a blood time situation or anything. That is a equipment thing that they're going to let them sometimes wrestle through. So just depends on the situation there.
Right. I mean, if they're a long ways apart from each other or something, they'd probably stop it.
Yep.
But if there was a potential scoring move happening,
we
got a clasp there.
Clasp, yeah, for Dunie, and then
tried another throw there, and he almost got himself pinned.
Yeah, he did.
So score the point for Clerk on the clasp against Glitty.
That's 1 point, then the escape is 1 point, so now it's tied. Couple of big fellas here. Glitty with another takedown, though. That's been the difference so far. 2 takedowns for him. 4-2 now he leads. Seven seconds left. You get up into these upper weights, Jay. I know you've talked about it before. Things can change in a second, kind of like this. There's a reversal for Clerk. So here we go, 4-4. And he's just trying to put Glitty on his back, and he's got him in trouble. He gets chest to chest here. He's going to have Glitty in big trouble. And there it is, a pin for Osseo.
That one did come to a quick ending.
It did, and Clerk, down, giving up a couple takedowns, but able to persevere. And Glitty tries to bring him back to the mat. Clasping there at one point, and then here, once he gets in that position, he's got Glitty in big trouble. So Osseo gets 6 points back with the pin.
Wrestling at 285 pounds from Park Center, Buckingham. And from Osseo, Alfredo Fowler.
It'll be Mackay Buckingham for Park Center and Alfredo Fowler for Osseo in our heavyweight match to end this middle match of the night here. Maple Grove Osseo still to come.
Buckingham, first-year wrestler, but a winning record for him so far in the season.
A couple of pretty big dudes here. Fowler even more so maybe than Buckingham, but they are heavyweights. You're not going to walk in and be unsure what weight class we're at.
Yeah, Fowler a junior for Osseo. Buckingham a sophomore. He's also a football player for the Pirates. A lot of them on the wrestling team.
And Justin Miller, the head coach for the Pirates, coaches at a younger level of football, and I know he's really talked about how much that plays into it. They've been able to get a lot of kids coming out for wrestling because they coach them in football.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good crossover for him to have too, and also good for the students too. If they're in football and wrestling, and one sport helps the other out, obviously. So we got a point here for something, and for Osseo.
Yeah, the illegal hold. He grabbed the headgear.
Grabbed the headgear
Fowler.
of him. Yep. Can't grab equipment or uniforms. In this case, singlets.
So Fowler goes up 1-0 on that call.
No real shots taken here or anything, and that's not unusual for heavyweights. We saw in the last match, things can end pretty quick in these upper weights, so don't want to put yourself in a bad position either.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even the good ones, it's difficult to avoid being pinned when somebody that heavy ends up on you.
Definitely. And no takedown in this first period, but yet a 1-0 lead here for Alfredo Fowler. And we'll see. He's going to, I thought it was his decision. We're going to go, looks like Buckingham wants both up. They're locked up here in the middle of the mat. It's hard to tell, too, at this point, Jay, what the strategy is. I think, we're tying up in the middle, but we see heavyweights do this a lot for different teams. Maybe trying to set up a throw eventually or kind of a head shuck and get around the other guy.
Yeah, you're just sort of trying to establish control a little bit. Who's going to get the other guy, be able to push him around a little and then go from there. But so far, we haven't gotten past that first stage.
Nope, and kind of get him, if he pull down on his head, maybe puts his hands on the mat, and that's all it takes to get around and behind him for a takedown. We're halfway through this.
You obviously see guys this big get tired quicker than the smaller guys too, so sometimes those third periods can be more about that than anything.
Yeah. I always think too, though, like how heavyweights, they kind of wrestle. They want to go upper body a lot, but they really leave their legs exposed. And if you find a guy who can learn how to shoot at that weight class, a sweeping single or a single leg that's kind of to the outside, that'd be very valuable. But getting these guys to want to do that sometimes can be very difficult.
Yeah, when we talked about the crossover with football, sometimes the guys who are defensive linemen, they have learned how to do that a little bit. Not much happening in this heavyweight match, to be honest about it. They're battling, but just kind of going head to head. And
it'll be an interesting third period decision here. I believe it's Fowler's position or choice, and he's gonna go down, and he has a 1-0 lead. So,
yeah, that call for grasping the headgear is kind of big right now because it's you would think it feels like 0-0 match, but Fowler actually does have the lead. And he is a little bit bigger guy, so I think he feels like he probably should be able to stand up and at least get one more for an escape.
Now here's that roll. You've seen Osseo wrestlers do that tonight. In fact, you've seen a couple Park Center wrestlers do that tonight, but that's a huge reversal there. Fowler's going to want to keep his weight on him if he can, and then trying to wear Buckingham down and maybe turn him is probably his strategy. If you're Buckingham now trailing 3-0, you don't want to go flat here. You want to get to your base, maybe get to your feet, maybe try a roll yourself.
Or at the very least, get up and out and give yourself an opportunity down the stretch. Easier said than done, though.
Easier said than done, yeah.
And Fowler, I mean, yeah, you'd love to end it with a pin, but if he could ride him out for the last minute, it would be fine too. He'd still win the match. You don't want to take any chances if you're Fowler. You still wrestle aggressive, but you don't want to give away opportunities here.
Buckingham still on. It was a stalemate is what the referee called there, so give him a restart. Buckingham trying to move. He's done a good job of staying on his base here for the most part, but every time he starts to get flattened out, he gets back up to his base, trying to get up and out if he can. Fowler trying to hang on. He's going to bring him back down to the mat.
40 seconds.
There's 25 seconds to go here, and if you're a Fowler at this point, you just want to stay in the up position. That's all you are really trying to do, and avoid a stalling call if you can.
Yeah, work just enough on top that they're not going to, and even at this point, to be honest, that stalling caution isn't going to hurt anything because there's not going to be enough time to get more.
And we might get one here maybe unless the ref just lets them finish this off. But yeah, 3-0 win for Alfredo Fowler of Osseo. So Osseo gets a decision here at the end of the dual meet.
Clerk and Fowler win the last two matches for the Orioles, but the Pirates had built too big of a lead by this point. And so it will be a 44-22 victory for Park Center in the middle match of the tri-meet here. That'll do it for this one, and we've got Osseo Maple Grove coming up if you're watching live here on Friday night, the 5th of January. So the Pirates defeat the Orioles 44-22.